And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Today is July 8th, 2025, and I'm your host, Saint Nick. Alrighty, well, welcome on in, folks. Today on the show, you already know, we got to break down the NBA, the NFL stories of the day, get all caught up on the same page. Those articles that, once again, we are backlogged on. We're getting to them today. Enough with y'all, because y'all always love to go on these tangents, all this. You want to talk about Josh Allen every single day. We've been gushing about the Saints these last 2 days, and we may gush about them again today. But enough with all the distractions, enough with all the rants that just keep going on forever. We got to get to these 3 articles, folks. The 7 enigmas entering the NFL season, the top 10 players with the most to prove in the NFL season, and I want to get to this coaching ranking article as well. So we got to get to them today. So we'll see if that's the case. And also today, at the very end of the show, we have to run our duck race, baby. Let me hear it. Because last night our Discord cashed out. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's been a little bit of a slow month. A lot of, one legs, killing us. Classic. But last night we cashed out for $568, baby. Giants, Tigers, Jays, 3-leg parlay in the MLB. Cashes. So we're going to run the duck race for our Discord and give away $500 today on the show. Bink. And folks, if you want to get into the next duck race, if you want to be in the pond for money in the next time, head over to whop.com/takesbyfans, WHOP.com/takesbyfans, all one word. It's $20 a month. As soon as you sign up, you get access to the Discord. And once again, in the Discord, you get $3,000 every single month of sweat-free bets. We give away the winnings to somebody in the Discord, and you don't even have to bet yourself. Plus, you see the plays that I'm playing, and if I'm playing them, folks, that means they're about to hit. They will cash. So, you get the insight. You get the daily $100 sweat-free bet. You get to be part of our live shows that we've got coming up, folks. So, be on the lookout for that. So head over, join the Discord, make a little money this year, and let's all have fun, bankrupted and rob in Vegas, yes? So we got to run the Ducks at the end of the show. Alrighty, but let's just jump right into it. And this is what
these are the
this is what we're gonna start with today. Sorry, I was wondering if this was the right one. This is the right one. But PFF tweets this out, and if anybody's tweeting betting and what we should be betting, I'm all ears, baby. So let's see. Do we agree? PFF, 3 playoff bets
people aren't talking about, but probably should be.
3 playoff bets that people aren't talking about, but probably should be. So let's see. Should we be talking about these bets? Let's see.
After revamping their defense with some key additions and drawing the 10th easiest schedule in 2025, I love the Cardinals odds at plus 130.
All right, Cardinals to make the playoffs at plus 130. Okay, sure. They got an easier schedule, but once again, I just get no identity on this team. Offense, defensively. We keep hearing Marvin Harrison Jr. is supposed to be him. Okay. I still don't like Jonathan Gannon, the head coach, so I don't know. I mean, go ahead and bet it, okay, but I'm not betting it right now, especially in that division. Obviously, we know the Rams are going to be great, and they're still expecting the Niners to be great. So, Niners on a down year. Last year kind of elevated the Cardinals a tad. Y'all can keep them. Y'all can keep them. Here we go. Next
Falcons
one up.
sit at plus 155 after aggressively attacking their pass rush in the NFL draft, but ultimately this season rests on the shoulders of quarterback Michael Penix Jr., who produced an 87.6 PFF passing grade in his limited action last season.
All right, so Falcons to make the playoffs. Make the playoffs at plus 155? That's got to be to win the division, no? I mean, they're definitely making the playoffs. I mean, God dang, no? To make the playoffs. If the Falcons are plus 155 to make the playoffs, that's insane. That's insane. What? Hey, 155 to make the playoffs? In the NFC? Of course. Hey, that's crazy. That may be one of the best values I think I've ever seen in my life. Now, if you're telling me, I mean, what are they to win the division? It's like 200. Falcons to win the division. Plus 250. Are we crazy, folks? Is this crazy? Of course they make the playoffs. I didn't even think, I thought they would be minus. Holy cow, Falcons to make the playoffs at plus 155. I mean, of course. I mean, they're going to be competing for the division, obviously. Shout out to Baker Mayfield and all them. They got a great offense over there. Shout out. But, I mean, they were knocking on the door last year. They'll knock again this year. So what are we talking about? I mean, if we're talking about play, I mean, we need, all right, let's just go through it here in the NFC. I mean, this is a no-brainer. NFC Eagles make the playoffs, and then maybe Washington takes a wild card. Cowboys aren't making the playoffs. We don't have to worry about them. Giants, shout out, they'll be a little competitive, but they're not making the playoffs. So we got a wild card taken with potentially Washington. We go to the North. We get the Lions to win the division. Okay. All right. And then the Vikings to take a wild card spot. Maybe the Packers. Okay, let's keep going. The South, we get the Bucks win. Falcons take a playoff spot. And then the West, Rams win the division. All right. I could see it being a little spicy there. All right, I like the value. I do like the value for Falcons at plus 155. A little tougher than I was kind of expecting off the rip. But still, at the end of the day, I mean, Washington, we're expecting potential a step back here because they're still playing with Scary Terry's money, and we're not hearing really any kind of solution. A solution soon for both sides. So I'm not kind of, already putting Washington into the playoffs. Once again, I don't think this NFC North is going to be as kind of juggernaut as they were last season. Where, I mean, Packers 11-6, Vikings 14-3, Lions 15-2. I don't think that's going to happen again this season. South, once again, Falcons, they're going to compete for the division. The Bucks are also going to be competing there. And then in the West, the Cardinals to make the playoffs? No, the Cardinals aren't making the playoffs. Heck, no. Cardinals have no chance to make the playoffs here. All right, let's get back to it. Here we go, final one. So don't like the Cardinals. Falcons is a little spicy, but the NFC is a little bit more juiced. All right, here we go, last one.
The Patriots made some splashes
Patriots making the playoffs.
Hiring Mike Vrabel and spending big in free agency. For PFF power rankings, the Patriots have the third easiest schedule, and that's why I'm throwing some money on New England at plus 1.
Plus 130 New England to make the playoffs. And yeah, I mean, we've talked about their schedule. Very easy. Now, unfortunately, we know just the AFC in general is not easy. So that's going to be their knock on them. Obviously, the North, the South is going to be real interesting with the Texans, Colts, and Jags. I think all being very competitive. So I think I'm going to stay away from the Patriots here. I'm staying away from the Cardinals. And I probably stay... the Falcons, that's going to be the interesting one. I think I'm staying away from that too. I don't know. I don't love the Falcons. This is a tough one. Falcons is probably the best, the one don't like the Cardinals and don't like the Patriots. That's what I will say. So we'll see there. All right.
130.
All right, value. I don't even like the values, I don't think, on these. 130 for the Cardinals, 155 for the Falcons. It's interesting that they give the Cardinals a better chance to make the playoffs than the Falcons. That's what's really just blowing my mind here. So I'm not gushing. I'll say this. I'm not gushing about any of those. All right, I'm gushing more about the Saints winning 6 games. That's what I'm gushing about, folks. Once again, we've seen the tide turn. We've seen a tide turn in Vegas with their with the Saints. So over 5.5 wins for the Saints at plus 100. That is what I like more than any of those teams to make the playoffs. I'll tell you that. Alrighty, I just wanted to kind of expedite that one because, love talking betting and love seeing value and seeing what other people say is value. So that was that. That was that. Let's move on. Here we go. Let's start here. And once again, this is sounding good. This is sounding good. This is what we want to hear. This is what we want to see. But John Jones says, quote, in a tweet, it feels nice to be the hunter and not the hunted for once. Kind of speculating on his talks about fighting Aspinall. And once again, potentially on the UFC, on the White House lawn. So we love this. We want to see this. Once again, John Jones potentially retired to duck Aspinall, but this whole UFC at the White House has him changing his tune. So love that. He's playing into the underdog mentality in this fight. And why not? Why not, John? If you need that as motivation to take him down, sure, you're the underdog, bucko. Go get it done. All right, here we go. Now let's shift gears to the NFL. Just had to squeeze in that UFC story because I do want to see that fight. But here we go. We got Paolo Banchero getting an absolute monster bag yesterday. He's agreed to a 5-year, $287 million deal to stay with the Magic. And now this just doesn't make any sense, right, folks? Paolo Banchero, what? Is he new? I've never heard of him. The league doesn't talk about him. The league never shows his games. He can't be good, right? So why are the Magic giving him all this money? This no-name? They're giving this no-name money? Obviously, he's a dog, folks. We saw that this year, but the NBA, once again, still hiding him for some reason, would rather push out Anthony Edwards that can't develop a 3-ball and then gets locked up on the double team and doesn't know how to break it, but that's the superstar and that's the face of the league. Okay, I got it. I got it, Adam Silver. Okay, we get it now. So watch out for this Magic team. They're signing their young buck, their young dog, and they've got that whole team in place. Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, the big addition, Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero. Now, the only real kind of still knock on this team, like we still can't bet this Magic team, unfortunately. What did they got for championship odds? Plus 2,000. I mean, I like the Clippers at plus 3,000 more. And that's really just because the Magic, I don't love the depth. And we've been saying, I mean, the league is saying it. They're going towards kind of a complete team. No more, all right, you got 2, 3 superstars. Go for it. You got to have the complete team, got to have depth here. And I just don't love their depth. I mean, Jonathan Isaac, shout out, I guess. Anthony Black, Goga Batadze, Tristan Da Silva. So I still need some more pieces. I'm not gushing over the Magic. I don't love the value here. Clippers at plus 3,000, 76ers at plus 3,000. And let's talk about the 76ers very quickly, because Kyle Lowry has agreed to a 1-year deal to return to the 76ers this season. And once again, the 76ers have a little bit of a sneaky squad. Once again, it's gonna all depend on Joel Embiid staying healthy, so we know that won't happen. But love the Jared McCain. He's going to be back healthy. Love Tyrese Maxey. He's an absolute dog. We love Kyle Lowry. Good. He can run the offense. I mean, his game speaks for itself. I mean, he's a champion. I mean, come on now. Paul George, I don't even know if he's going to be on the team by the season start. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably move off of him. I also try and move off of Joel Embiid. If I'm the 76ers, I blow it. I mean, I get rid of Paul George and Joel Embiid. I mean, I'm looking a deal here. Bring Zion. Give me Zion, I guess. Who's available? I mean, give me Zion Williamson here. But Joel Embiid, goodbye. Sorry, it's enough now. It's enough. I mean, you're just not getting it. You're not buying in. I mean, I haven't seen Joel Embiid get better. I mean, he's still doing the same old thing. He's still flopping. He's still a dirty player. Nobody talks about it, but he's a very dirty player. He's long. When he gets on the floor, I mean, he starts sprawling and wiggling and trying to, hey, make that ankle land on my foot so you twist it. I mean, it's kind of every time. So I would move off of Joel Embiid. I would move off of Paul George. But, I mean, their young core, Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain. Obviously, Kyle Lowry's not young, but nice depth piece for them. So we'll see how that team still turns out, and we'll see if they do anything with their 2 stars that they've got over there. But maybe we spoke too soon yesterday. Maybe we spoke too soon. Yesterday on the show, we saw for the first time the Thunder championship odds rise from 225 to plus 260. We told y'all don't bet the Thunder yet because we could see it still rising. But that was until we saw Nikola Topic in the G League Summer League action because, I mean, god dang, they got another one over there. The OKC Thunder have done it again. The great drafting that they've got. And once again, shout out that front office of the Thunder. I mean, they are on oh my gosh, a dynasty run themselves. Take the players out of it. The front office of the Thunder are in their dynasty right now. So shout out to that. Love seeing a greatly ran front office. But this is Nikola Topic in the Summer League yesterday. I mean, just watch this, folks. So he's running down the floor, back on defense. He breaks up a pass, gets to steal. He's running the 3-on-2 break, and he's running it perfectly. Throws up a lob that leads to a dunk. So a steal leads to transition, leads to a bucket. I mean, is that not literally the Thunder? That's the Thunder in a nutshell. That's their game plan. I mean, we've all seen it. We saw it the entire postseason run. We saw it especially in the finals. But he's not done. He's not done. Right after that bucket. Once again, going back on defense. Here we go.
Right there. I know he just
goes to play a little help defense.
Quarter, but he's a pass first
able to help in the pass breakup. Once again, he's running the paint. He's running the break. It's a 2-on-1 this time. And whoa, nice little Euro, little fake lob. Gets to the bucket, makes it, and one. So Nikola Topic, I mean, he's 6'6" guard. Same thing like Shea. That's all they need is more depth. He's a great defender. He can run the offense. Maybe we should bet the Thunder to win the finals. Maybe I'm being crazy. Let's quickly update the odds because after that, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be fine if the Thunder went back down to plus 225. They're still plus 260, so the Nikola Topic game yesterday did not change anything in Vegas's mind, but they did get another one, folks. This Thunder team is still going to be good. They're still going to be good next year. All right, and then the final thing to talk about here, the Pacers, who unfortunately probably won't be too good next year because obviously we know Miles Turner left them. And the Indiana Pacers still did the honorable thing, so shout out to that. Posted a thank you to Miles Turner on their official Instagram. 10 years in the blue and gold. Thank you, Miles Turner, for all the memories on and off the floor with a nice graphic of him yamming, dishing, young, old, holding the Eastern Conference Finals champion above his head. So a real nice tribute. Obviously, Miles Turner, he paid his dues. He bought into the Pacers when they were bad, led them to the finals. But now it's time to move on. He got a taste for greatness, and that this older dog don't want to be locked up again. So he's kind of saw the writing on the wall that Halliburton is not going to be playing this year, and we get that confirmed yesterday. Pacers president has confirmed Tyrese Halliburton will not play next season. So, even a late playoff run, no, they're still not going to play him. And that's what we kind of know. Once again, same thing with Kyrie Irving. I don't expect him to really play this season. He told us that yesterday, too, on the show. So, Miles Turner getting the respect from the Pacers organization. Love seeing that after he did the Pacers a little dirty. Tad. But once again, it's a business is business and business is business. And if players want to do business, players can do business too. And that's what Miles Turner did. So can't get mad at business, I always hear, right? So shout out to the Pacers for still respecting them. Like to see that. Alrighty, that is all the NBA we had to cover for today. So now let's shift gears to the NFL and see what's happening over there. And it's not good. It's not good what's happening over here because I see this. I wake up to this. What? Are we absolutely out of our mind? Today on Good Morning Football, Will Collins says that the Dallas Cowboys are the most intriguing storyline heading into training camp. Are they? I don't even know if they're top 5, top 10. I think I could come up with 20 better storylines than the Cowboys. I mean, let's just start here at the top. The Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen's storyline in himself, so I put him out there. The Dolphins, are we trash? I mean, Tua Reek? I mean, Mike McDaniel? What's up with their offense? I think Dolphins are more exciting. The Jets, Justin Fields, and first-time head coach Aaron Glenn. That's what I want to see. Can they turn New York around? The Patriots, is Drake May truly him? Stephon Diggs, he just broke up with Cardi B. How's that going to go? We would like to see that. Mike Vrabel. Everybody in the entire AFC East has a better storyline than the Cowboys. The AFC North, the Ravens. Always would like to see Lamar Jackson. The Steelers, obviously Aaron Rodgers and that whole thing going on over there. That's more exciting. The Bengals, I would rather see Joe Burrow than anything on the Cowboys. Sorry. The Cleveland Browns, obviously, we got a quarterback battle over there. Shador Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. So far, we've talked about 8 teams, and all 8 teams are more interesting. I can keep going. Let's keep going. The Houston Texans, CJ Stroud. Nico Collins, really. I want to see Nico Collins. Is he back? Got a little banged up at the end of last year. Is he back? That's what I want to see. The Colts, yes, Daniel Jones, Anthony Richardson, quarterback battle. Let me see it. The Jags, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter alone is more interesting than anything the Cowboys have on their roster. The Titans, Cam Ward. I'd rather see Cam Ward. Is he him? I don't care about Dak Prescott. Folks, I don't care about this. What's interesting about this Cowboys team, please? So let's hear his reasoning on why the Cowboys are so intriguing. Why are they so intriguing? Let me hear. Make your case.
There you go. Yeah, how about them Cowboys?
How about them?
And the bottom line, it starts with Brian Schottenheimer. Can he bring fresh energy? I got a big old mascot head, so I don't know if it's gonna fit.
Look at you.
But can he bring fresh energy and really get this team back to playing elite football? You got to understand, this team was 7-10 last year, but they didn't quit. They still fought tough through every game of the season. Valley, it was ugly. They got rid of Mike McCarthy.
It was ugly, right? Yes, it was very ugly.
Brian Schottenheimer, he was going to have to reestablish the run game. They got a young offense.
Okay, so what he's saying is that Brian Schottenheimer, can he re-energize this team? That's what's interesting to him. Okay. All right, that's fine. Brian Schottenheimer is trash. We're gonna know. We're gonna know this, folks. We don't have to worry about that. And also at the same time, look. I love a good visor, but this is how we know Brian Schottenheimer is not him. You can't wear a visor backwards. Can't be done. It's just there's nothing. There's no reason for that.
Tough through every game of the season.
No reason for that. Can't do that. And in all these videos, he's wearing the visor backwards.
Mike McCarthy,
this is not a good look. He's wearing a visor backwards. This is how we know he will not be successful, folks. That's all you need to see. If there's one thing I know, it's visors, folks. I actually have the visor that he's wearing in this video, just the Dolphins version, the Arctic Navy camo. It's a great visor. Don't get me wrong. I love this design for the salute to service. I was gushing about it last year. So I know visors, folks. I wear one every day. You can't wear them backwards. There's nothing about it. It looks like you got kind of like a Velcro headband on if you do that, and that's just not a good look. So, Schottenheimer, first-time head coach.
They got a young off.
He's wearing the visor backwards, and it's a tad too low. It's a little low on him. Got to rise it up a little bit. Got to at least match the hairline. Golly. Okay. That's what they're talking about. That's what the national media is talking about. They're jazzed for the Cowboys, America's team, once again being shoved down our throats, blah, 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 blah. Folks, y'all tell me, are y'all excited about the Cowboys this season? Is this intriguing to y'all? Brian Schottenheimer? Not to me. I think they're going to be irrelevant this year, so we'll see. We'll see if it's intriguing. I doubt it. All right. Let's keep moving on here. And kind of the big news for today is that the Netflix show Quarterback is officially out this season. So it follows Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins is back into the mix. Woo! Yay! We get to see Kirk Cousins, good old milquetoast Kirk Cousins. That's what we all love to see. And then we can all gush about him. Because once again, I won't forget, y'all only like Kirk Cousins because of Quarterback. That's the only reason why. He was on season 1. Nobody wanted to do it season 2, so they had to get him back in. So we're going to have to hear about, people gushing over Kirk Cousins and feeling sorry for Kirk Cousins, and it's already happening. It's already happening. We're going to talk about that next. Literally, it came out today, and we were already getting the sob story, feel sorry for Kirk Cousins last night. So that's that. We're going to have to endure that for the rest of the week, so gear up for that. But this is the overall time given to each quarterback. Joe Burrow has the most minutes, the most airtime, and thank goodness, because he's obviously the best quarterback, and I would love to hear from him. So he's got 109 minutes of airtime during the season. Jared Goff has 95 minutes of airtime, the second highest. And then thankfully, Kirk Cousins has the least amount of minutes, 87 minutes. Probably still too many minutes, but I'm bummed. But once again, he was on season 1. We don't need to hear all the season. We don't need to hear it again. Okay, it's enough. But we still hear it. And here it is. We have to feel sorry for Kirk Cousins. Oh no. Quarterback Kirk Cousins revealed on Netflix's Quarterback that he felt misled by the organization when they drafted Michael Penix Jr. last year. Oh no. Quote here by Kirk Cousins. Certainly, if I had that information around free agency, it would have affected my decision. I had no reason to leave Minnesota with how much we loved it there if both teams were going to be drafting a quarterback high. But I've also learned in 12 years in this league that you're not entitled to anything. It's all about earning your spot, improving yourself. So why are you making a big stink? You were trash last year. That's why. You could have maybe been competing still for the starting job. The Falcons were still in no real rush to start Michael Penix Jr. They gave you all last year. And what did you do? You beefed it. You beefed, Kirk. It's okay. A lot of quarterbacks beef. People beef. It happens. But you beefed at the end of the year. You started off okay. Started off winning some games. But then after kind of week 9, it all went downhill. You lost to the Saints. That can't happen. No touchdowns, 1 interceptions by Kirk Cousins. The next game against the Broncos, you get absolutely obliterated, 38-6. Against a good defense, you can't step up. No touchdown, 1 pick. Against the Chargers, you somehow throw 4 interceptions. I don't even know how. How do you do that against the Chargers defense? No disrespect to the Chargers, but, the Broncos, you throw 1 pick. The Chargers, you throw 4. That doesn't even add up there, Kirk. You lose 17-13. You throw 4 interceptions, and you still only lose by 4. You can't clutch it out, Kirk. Then you face Minnesota. You're right. The team you just came from. Can't even beat them. No touchdown, 2 interceptions. Kirk, what are we doing? We're losing all these games. And then, you beat the Raiders. Woof. Thank goodness you beat the Raiders by throwing 112 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 pick and beating them by 1 possession, 15-9. Thank goodness. And then you don't play for the remainder of the season. You don't make the playoffs. You don't win the division. So why are you upset? You just said, in this league, I've spent 12 years in this league. You're not entitled to anything. Yeah, you're not entitled to anything, Kirk. You're not entitled to their future plans. You're not entitled to anything. But now you're bringing this up on Quarterback because you want everybody to feel sorry for you. You're trying to kind of put this out there and be like, hey, other teams. I'm still available. I'm still over here. Look at me. So we're going to have to hear that. We're going to have to hear everybody feel sorry for them on social media and in the media. So that's going to be great for this next week. Can't wait. How about Kirk Cousins? He actually be good. I think he's been paid higher than any other quarterback ever throughout his entire career, which makes no sense because he's done nothing. He's really proven nothing. And once again, yes, bad injury, all that. I get it. Nobody wants to see that. But at the end of the day, we got to keep moving on here. There's other quarterbacks that want the job. Sorry. Once again, nobody's entitled to anything in the NFL. Nobody's entitled to anything in business. So I'll be skipping all the Kirk Cousins parts. I'll tell you that. I won't watch any Kirk. I'll fast forward it. I'll probably only watch the Joe Burrow. Maybe I hear from Jared Goff, but Kirk Cousins, I'm fast forwarding. I don't need to hear anything else. I've seen enough. I've seen enough from you, Kirk. All right, and let's watch this since Joe Burrow's on quarterback. Everyone wants to watch him talk. Well, how about we watch him throw the damn ball? How about that? Because Good Morning Football says sit back, relax, and enjoy the top 10 plays from Joe Burrow in his first 6 years. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Now, I will say, I did watch the first 3 plays of this because I wanted to kind of gush a little pregame. I wanted a pregame gush about Joe Burrow. So here we go. Let's see. Top 10 plays from Joe Burrow. First one goes, and not deep, but it's 30 yards down the field to T. Higgins, and this is what I love about Joe Burrow, just this ball placement. I mean, kind of double covered with the safety coming over the top, but Joe Burrow throws this ball so damn high. I mean, just look at that ball be so high and then drop down right into T. Higgins. And T. Higgins, I mean, what is he, 6'5"? He goes up and high points the ball. I mean, this is what's just so great about Joe Burrow. Look at this ball delivery. I mean, that's so great. I mean, no defender has any chance to catch this ball. Look at this. Look at this. Look at where he catches this ball. It's crazy. Because he's so tall and because Joe Burrow knows he's tall and knows he can just throw it up. Loft it up. Fantastic there by Joe Burrow. And that's number 10. I mean, damn. And that's in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs. Something that Josh Allen can't do, can't beat him. It's Joe Burrow making big-time clutch throws against the Chiefs on the road in the AFC Championship game. That's what makes him different from Josh Allen. He wins these games. He's not competitive and then loses. No, he's competitive and actually wins the game. Defense, schmefense. I don't want to hear anything about defense, folks. I don't. Spare me. Spare me. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, this throw is gorgeous, sheesh. All right, here we go. Next throw, number 9. What could be better than that? Joe Burrow against the Giants, 2024. I mean, 47-yard touchdown run. Oh, he's got wheels too. Oh, it's not just Josh Allen. It's not just Josh Allen that's got wheels. Okay, Joe Burrow can run too. And then look at that. Yeah. That mean mug at the end of it. Love it. The competitor in Joe Burrow. And we always hear the stories all the time that Joe Burrow, we've all heard the story about, his like blood pressure not rising or his heartbeat not rising during the clutch moments. He stays cool, collected all throughout. Coolest cucumber in the league, Joe Burrow, baby. He can run, he can pass, he can do it all. He's better than Josh Allen. God, Lord, Josh, King of the North, King of New York. He's better than him. All right, here we go. Next play, number 8. Against the Cardinals. Play action. Throws it from his own 30-yard line. Airing it out deep to Jamar Chase at like the 15-yard line. 63-yard touchdown pass from Joe Shiesty. And we've never questioned his arm strength, but let's just count the air yards here. Here we go. He's going to throw from the 30-yard line, 20 yards to the 50, and then down to the 15. That's another 35 yards. So 15 and 35 brings us to 50 yards in the air, right on the money. And, 50 yards isn't, impressive or anything crazy, but the accuracy, the deep ball, we've got it all by Joe Burrow. Here we go. Next play up, play number 6 against the Seahawks, scrambling, rolling out, squaring his shoulders, and then once again, deep to Chase. 64-yard touchdown pass with probably another around 50 yards through the air. Beautiful. 2023. Here we go in the red zone against the Titans. Dancing around in the pocket, almost gets sacked. Steps right back up, keeps his eyes down the field, finds an open. Who is that? I think that's a running back catching it. Bink, bop. But just Joe Burrow, buying time, extending plays. Joe Burrow does it. Allen does it. Joe Burrow's been to a Super Bowl, but he gets absolutely no love and respect. Once again, Joe Burrow for MVP, folks. Get it while you can. It's at plus 600, plus 650. This is his year. All right, here we go. Number 5. Joe Burrow against the Chargers, the sorry-ass Chargers. Just a strike over the middle. Once again, double covered, but throws it up to damn T. Higgins because he knows his personnel. You give me 6'5", I'm just throwing it up. Once again, the ball placement. Who's catching this? Who's catching this ball? Damn. Damn, T. Higgins is so damn good. The way he high points the ball, man, oh man. Just so great. I know everyone gushes about Jamar Chase, and rightfully so. But T. Higgins is still him too, folks.
This is
Damn.
a demonstration of quarterbacks understanding their receivers.
Damn.
Understanding.
I mean, no chance for the defenders to make an even attempt of a play on the ball.
Strengths and having the
Gorgeous Joe Burrow. What else do we get from you? We've still got 4 more plays. Here we go against the Niners in 2023.
Now stepping back.
Dance around in the pocket, shrugs off 3 defenders, shrugs off Bosa, stays on his feet, delivers a ball to Jamar Chase on to pick up the first down. Strong, can't bring him down.
And this is why.
Gorgeous. Here we go, number 3, once again back against the 49ers, the greatest team ever. So great. So many Super Bowls to show for it. Joe Burrow once again buys time, sees Jamar Chase down there. Puts the ball, crazy spot. Just buying time, keeping his eyes down the field, sees Jamar Chase.
He's just going to sneak back inside.
Kind of toys with the defender. I mean, sees him going inside, throws it outside, back outside. Jamar Chase, great receiver to readjust to the ball. Here we go, number 2 in the Super Bowl. In the Super Bowl. Where's your plays in the Super Bowl, Josh Allen? Here we go, Joe Burrow, play action. Steps up in the pocket. He's going deep. T. Higgins. T. Higgins. T. Higgins. Jalen Ramsey falls. I don't know what happens there. But Jalen Ramsey can't keep up. T. Higgins too big. Too big. Beautiful. All right, here we go. What's his best play? What's his best play? Sheesh, let me see. Joe Burrow's number 1 best play of all time. Here we go. From the 2-yard line against the Browns. Steps up in the pocket. Oh, yeah, as he's going down. Once again, if Josh Allen did this, nobody would stop talking about it. Patrick Mahomes does this, nobody stops talking about it. Joe Burrow. Okay. They talk about it for a week. Nobody else brings it up again. Falling down to the ground. He's literally parallel to the ground. He's parallel to the ground. Knee not down yet, but still flings the ball out there to, once again, T. Higgins. So, man, oh, man, that was great. That was refreshing. Joe Burrow, folks. Give it up for him. Can't wait to see what he does this year. I officially put it in the St. Nick endorsements in our Discord, folks. Joe Burrow to win MVP. You get $600 to $650 depending on your sports book, so choose your value. But watch out for Joe Burrow this year, folks. They're all buying in. They're all paid. No slow starts this season. It's all gas, no brakes from week 1. You heard it here first. All right, let's keep moving on here. We got to fly through these, folks. We got to fly through these because once again, we're a little, we're getting, we got 20 minutes left and we got to get to these articles, folks. I mean, we're a month behind. Dang. All right, here we go. We got to go quick. All right. Well, once again, everybody hates the Dolphins, hates our team, hates our culture. And we had Asante Samuel Sr. go off on his podcast about the Miami Dolphins. This is what he has to say.
Jalen Ramsey, other than they're sensitive, there's no leadership in the Dolphins organization. Mike McDaniels is a pushover. Chris Greer, the general manager, he has no backbone. These guys over here, the Miami Dolphins, they are running this team like a little league team. No one can stand up to the players. They're terrified of their own players, and they have no control over their players.
All righty. Well, that's what everybody's been saying. There's no culture. There's no leadership. Everybody's afraid to speak up to the players. Mike McDaniel pushover. Greer, no backbone. So we'll see this year. Once again, folks, I mean, they're going to prove it to you. Actions are going to speak louder than words, but I just hope y'all sprinkle a little something on the Fins. That's all I'm asking. Little sprinkle on the division, little sprinkle on some wins, 10 plus, little sprinkle on Tua MVP. And I know I just told y'all Joe Burrow, but it's definitely one of those two. It's either Tua or Joe Burrow taking down the MVP. You can take that to the bank, folks. So we're ready to prove it all this season. This is our year. This is our team. Okay? This is our year. This is our team. We bleed teal. We have no culture or can't play in the cold, but we love them. For the Fin, Mike McDaniel. Hey, stand up to your guys. You're a grown man. Go Fins. So watch out, folks. Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. All right, here we go. The New Orleans Saints. You know we have to talk about them. We've been gushing about them for the last 2 days. We got a little bit of a Vegas turn on the Saints. We're seeing that Tyler Shough is gaining favor in Vegas's eyes. And now we even have this. The Saints are unveiling a new helmet tomorrow. New helmet? Preview coming soon? Dropping tomorrow, July 9th, so we'll know. But once again, you look good, you play good. A little buzz being swirled up with this Saints team. Once again, folks, there's something fishy with this Saints team. Don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them. Tyler Shough, 2,200 passing yards we like, and over 5.5 wins we're starting to gush over. So don't sleep on them, folks. Don't sleep. There's a buzz brewing. All right. Here we go. Let's keep moving on. We get Patrick Mahomes ready to leave Super Bowl loss behind him in 2025 and just looking to get back to playing football. So let's hear from the Super Bowl man himself. You know, number 2 quarterback in the NFL, to Josh Allen. Obviously, we all know this. But let's hear from Patrick Mahomes because once again, you know, I've kind of been feeling they've lost their aura, their unbeatable aura. You know, Mahomes not playing very well in these Super Bowls, maybe potentially getting figured out a little bit potentially. But let's hear from him and maybe we can win us back over. But here we go. Patrick Mahomes says, quote, "I'm honestly just ready to play football again. Whenever you lose, you kind of have this taste in your mouth that you want to go out there and revenge that or whatever you want to say. At the same time, I feel like I've had to sit back and just listen to people talk. And I'm like, let's just play football and just handle it out there. I don't really want to talk about it. I just want to go out and show who we are as the Kansas City Chiefs. And yes. I had to listen to all these people. I don't even want to talk about it. I just want to go out there and do it. Once again, stop with the sideline reporter. They don't want to talk. They want to show us. Stop with these talking. Everybody talk. Not enough talking. And then the same thing that he says in here, you know, I've had to listen to all these people talk. Once again, could you imagine you being Patrick Mahomes and you having to listen to be like, hey, you know, Josh Allen's actually better than him. Everybody says it. Josh Allen's actually better than Patrick Mahomes. And honestly, if like we had a complete draft, every NFL player's in the pool and we just do straight up draft, I would draft Josh Allen first. Do you know how insane that would have to drive him? The man that you beat every single year when it matters in the playoffs, and then they still have the audacity to say that he's better than you? You take the ball down the field in 13 seconds to beat him, and they still say he's better than you? Oh, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'd probably go criminally insane. You'd probably have to lock me up because I'm in the insane asylum. What are y'all talking about? Josh Allen, I'm better. I beat him. What are we doing? Here we go back to Patrick Mahomes. Quote, I think it's just us having fun again. It's always been fun playing on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what makes it special. I feel like last year, I don't want to say it was pressure, but guys wanted to go out there and win every single week. Not for the fun of the game, but just because we were supposed to. Let's go out there and have fun. The wins will come if we play the way we know we can play. We have the talent. We have the coaches. We work harder than anyone in the NFL. So let's go out there and have fun and let the results handle themselves. So The Chiefs have always been at the top. They've always been the team to beat. They've always had the biggest targets on their back. This year, maybe they're using this to their advantage because once again, I told you, I think their aura kind of dissipated after that Super Bowl. So once again, the pressure finally a little off the Chiefs or not as big as it's been. Some of it's shifting to the Eagles. Some of it's shifting to Josh Allen and the Bills for some reason. This is just so funny. The Bills are actively making it harder on themselves to win. And this is what's so funny about the Bills. They literally always shoot themselves in the foot. They literally do it. They traded the draft pick of Patrick Mahomes to the Chiefs. They did that. They keep trading with them every single year in the draft. They gave him the punter because they overreacted to the sexual assault allegation. I mean, this is just so funny. The Bills have all this pressure on themselves to win because Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league and they haven't even won yet. And they've got pressure on themselves. I mean, this is what's so funny about the Buffalo Bills, folks, truly. Oh, man. The Chiefs are playing kind of with less pressure than the Bills right now. Do you know how crazy that is? The person that everybody compares as the next dynasty, they compare Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. They compare Andy Reid to Bill Belichick. And it's Josh Allen that has more pressure on him. Okay, all right. All right, here we go. Another quote here by Patrick Mahomes. Quote, I think it's going to come from everywhere. Obviously, we got Rashee Rice being back. He looks great. You have Xavier Worthy, who came on so strong at the end of last year. You have Hollywood Brown healthy again. Guys everywhere. You add in Travis Kelce, Hall of Famer, Noah Gray, great tight end, and everybody that we've added to all those different rooms. We have so many weapons. Let's go out there and just maximize it all. It's not going to be just one person. It's going to be the entire offense going out there and showcasing that the Kansas City Chiefs, what the Kansas City Chiefs truly are. Alrighty, so Patrick Mahomes, he's using all this as motivation. He's feeling like there's not as much pressure on him that there has been in previous years. And he's looking out just to have fun out there on the field again. So maybe we've awoken the beast. Maybe we're going to get the best version of Patrick Mahomes this year. But we're going to have to see because we've been seeing the decline of just the offense these last two seasons. The passing by Patrick Mahomes, it's not kind of airing it out. It's more dinking and dunking. And that's not a knock and not a bad thing. I mean, you can win while doing that. We've seen it. But it's just a different way to play and win the games out there. So we'll see how the Chiefs are looking here in 2025. But Patrick Mahomes, he's just ready to play. He's ready to play, folks. All right. Let's go here, and then we're going to get into all of our articles. So here we go. Quickly. Terry Bradshaw blames the Steelers for Kenny Pickett's failure in Pittsburgh, saying they didn't even do anything to build around him. Okay. They don't do that. Have they ever really done that in Pittsburgh? They kind of did it with Big Ben a little bit, getting Antonio Brown, but they don't really build around one quarterback or one player. That's not the Steelers' way. So the fact that Terry Bradshaw is so distraught about, first of all, Kenny Pickett, like, truly, who cares? He's not good anyway. I mean, they could have gave Tyreek Hill and A.J. Brown and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, and I don't even know if they win the division still. His hands are small. I mean, we know this. His hands, they're very small, and it's a little concerning. So I don't know why he's still harping on Kenny Pickett. And that reminds me, we didn't do our poly market update. What's the odds for Kenny Pickett to be the week 1 starter for the Browns? Let's get these live odds here. We saw it was kind of at 35% a few days ago. It is now dropping down to 20%. It was kind of 22% yesterday when we checked it. Now down to 20%. So we'll see. We'll see this Kenny Pickett thing. But I don't know why Terry Bradshaw is getting so upset. It's Kenny Pickett. We don't care. Sorry, Terry. Sorry, Terry. Back it up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. I'm not even going to read this article. I don't really care. I don't care. Of course, they didn't build around Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh. What are we going to build around? Build around his hands. How about we get him bigger gloves? How about that? All right. Here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting a month to bring this article up, folks. This was posted June 9th. It's July 8th. Here we go. 7 NFL enigmas in 2025. George Pickens among a confounding group of players. Well, I don't know about George Pickens being confounding. I'll tell you that. Or an enigma. He's not a team player. That's what I gather. So I don't know if you call that an enigma. I don't know. But here we go. 7 NFL enigmas in 2025. Do we agree? First one up is Kyler Murray. Enigma. The former number 1 overall pick is a gifted playmaker with a pair of Pro Bowls and the 2019 Offensive Rookie of the Year award on his resume. Well, not to burst your bubble, but that 2019 rookie class wasn't great for quarterbacks, and we know quarterbacks usually win Offensive Rookie of the Year. So giving him that award, that accolade, isn't really anything crazy. And Mac Jones has a Pro Bowl. Nobody takes Pro Bowl seriously since like 2016. So once again, I don't know about Kyler Murray being an enigma. And it's really not Kyler Murray. It's just the Cardinals. Once again, I mean, Terry Bradshaw talked about, hey, they didn't build around Kenny Pickett. Well, they're not doing anything to really support Kyler Murray. Yes, you drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., but you have a defensive-minded head coach. Defensive-minded head coaches do not care about the offense. You want Mike Tomlin? You want to talk about Mike Tomlin and the Steelers? They don't draft quarterbacks. They just keep bringing in all these old, washed-up quarterbacks. That's what y'all say, the old, washed-up ones. I'm quoting y'all on that. So I'm not agreeing with Kyler Murray. I just think it's the Cardinals. They don't know what they're doing over there. They've got no identity. It's not really Kyler Murray. So I'm not going to agree with that one. Next one up is George Pickens. The big play specialist has terrorized opponents during stretches as a vertical playmaker with exceptional size, length, and leaping ability. But where's the but? But with the Cowboys, Pickens could be the perfect wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 hybrid to share with CeeDee Lamb. But once again, just his attitude. I mean, is that why he's the enigma? Yes, once again, great playmaker, but Antonio Brown was a great playmaker. He went out of control. I mean, is that an enigma? I don't know. I don't know if I agree about George Pickens. Next one up, Kayvon Thibodeau. Ooh, interesting. As a 5th overall pick in 2022 NFL Draft, Thibodeau was expected to take the league by storm as an explosive pass rusher threat off the edge. Through the fourth year pro has amassed 21 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and 46 quarterback hits in 43 career games, the polarizing defender has not blossomed into the game changer some envisioned when the Giants added him to the front that desperately needed an impact player. Well, once again, I mean, it's not an enigma. It's the Giants are a poverty franchise. They don't know how to develop talent. I mean, they see Saquon Barkley and they say, oh, he's not worth $12 million. I mean, this is the teams we're dealing with. The Cardinals, who have a defensive-minded head coach as we're transitioning to the NFL period, to an NFL offensive period. We've got the Giants just not knowing what talent they have. They don't know anything about their players. They don't know about their team. They have no idea. Nobody knows anything about ball in the Giants organization. I'm sorry, Giants fans. It's true, though. We all saw Hard Knocks. We all see them every single week. So I don't even know if I'm not going to knock Kayvon. I'm not knocking Kayvon Thibodeau. I'm not going to call him an enigma. It's the Giants franchise is trash and poverty stricken. Next up, Tariq Woolen. And this one I kind of, now I think I kind of agree. This one. The supersized cover corner earned Pro Bowl honors as a rookie in 2022, but he has been unable to sustain that stellar level of play over the past 2 seasons, sending him into a contract year as something of a question mark. And once again, I'm going to kind of put this on here. Tariq Woolen, kind of his attitude, his buy-in ability, it's not great. It kind of rivals George Pickens a little bit. So really, it's just a lot of attitude problems. This whole article is just bad organizations and attitude problems, really. All right, the last one. Now, this is the true enigma. This is the one. Kyle Pitts. I mean, 6'6", 250. He plays tight end, but he's shit. But he's absolutely trash. So, yes, this is the enigma. Kyle Pitts. I agree. Next one up is Bryce Huff. edge rusher for the Niners. The 6-year pro has teased scouts with his explosive athleticism and pass rushing prowess. In 2023, Huff looked like an ascending star after notching 10 sacks and leading the NFL with a 21.8% pressure rate during his final campaign with the Jets, though he flopped with the Eagles after inking a 3-year, $51 million deal as a marquee free agent. All right, Bryce Huff, agree, enigma. And then the final one here is Quay Walker. Quay Walker, linebacker for the Packers. As a free athlete with exceptional range, Walker is a tackling machine in the middle of the Packers defense. A first-round pick back in 2022, he started 43 games and piled up 100-plus tackles in each season. While his 341 total tackles ranked second among all defenders from the 2022 class, the Packers declined his 5th-year option. Walker has struggled with mental mistakes and has let his emotions get the best of him at times because he has been ejected from 2 games. So, and a number of inexcusable penalties, they say. So, once again, I mean, but this is what we have to kind of, once again, kind of realize is that just because they're great athletically or great talent-wise of the sport doesn't mean they're a great teammate or that they've got everything under control and all that. So, when we see players that are always cool, calm, collected, like Jalen Williams with the Thunder, like the Joe Burrow, we really have to kind of praise them even more than what we've been giving them. So, not everybody's cut out to play professionally. Not everybody's cut out to play a team sport. And that's some of the players on this list, unfortunately. And not everybody knows ball in the front office. So, those were the 7 enigmas. Not really great. I mean, sheesh. I was kind of looking forward to that article for the last month, and nothing great. All right, here we go. Another one. Another article that's almost a month old that we got to clear up from our catalog is the 10 players with the most to prove. 10 players with the most to prove in 2025. We get Trevor Lawrence on the cover here, and he's definitely a player with a lot to prove. I mean, he was touted as the next big thing, folks. I mean, the next Peyton Manning, the next Tom Brady. A lot of that was pushed by the card market, I will say. Yeah. So, top 10 players with the most to prove. Real quick, let me try to predict before we go into the article. Obviously, we're gonna have Trevor Lawrence as one. I'm gonna have Tua as one. I'm going to throw Josh Allen on there. Prove to me why you need to be the talk of the town, why you're better than Patrick Mahomes. Show me why you're better than Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to put him on there. Who else do we have that has a lot to prove? Lamar Jackson, but really just in the playoffs, and it's really not Lamar Jackson. It's everybody else. I'm going to take Lamar off. Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to say a little something to prove. Everyone's writing him off. Who else do we have? Something to prove. Daniel Jones has a little something to prove. I doubt they put him in the article, though. We already said Trevor Lawrence. I'm going to go Travis Kelce. Read back on the list, something to prove. Really not great this year and really beefed in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to put Travis Kelce. I'm going to go Justin Herbert. But once again, that's more just playoff based because, he beefs in the playoffs all the time. So I don't know if they're going to go playoffs. Broncos, Raiders, nobody really to prove anything on there. Eagles, no. Washington, really Jaden Daniels. I mean, people are already putting him top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now. A lot of people are. Cowboys, I mean, how about everybody? Everybody has something to prove on the Cowboys, so you can take their entire roster. The Giants, Brian Dable, but that's not a player. The Lions, meh. The Vikings, J.J. McCarthy, just to prove that you're a game manager. That's really all. Nothing too crazy. The Packers, one of their receivers has to prove that they're a number 1 receiver. Go out and earn it. They're still looking for it. Caleb Williams, I don't think it's something really to prove, but nothing with the Bucs, the Falcons. If you want to put Michael Penix Jr., okay. Or it's really Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has something to prove here for the Falcons. I'm going to put him in there. I think we're at 8 or 9 now. Panthers, I'm not even going to put Bryce Young in the category. Yes, kind of, but once again, I mean, it's the Panthers at the end of the day. All right, so let's get in this article. We found about 8 or 9 that we could see. Now let's see what they say. Here we go. 10 players with the most to prove in 2025. They don't order them, but here we go. First one up is Caleb Williams. Okay. All right. And this is kind of crazy. They say Williams had a somewhat disappointing rookie season compared to his expectations. I mean, once again, we never liked the head coach over there. And I never bought in that they had this great wide receiver core like DJ Moore and Williams, like ready just to, or Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, one of them. They're the same player, folks. So I really don't agree with this Caleb Williams. It's year 2. We're going into year 2 and we're already putting this on him. We saw great things. We saw the athleticism. We saw, the playmaking capabilities. I don't like this. Not on Caleb. I'm not putting Caleb Williams here. Sorry. I disagree. Next one up is Trevor Lawrence in 100%. Yes. He's the poster child of somebody that needs to step up. You got so much talent around you offensively and defensively. We got to start winning games and being competitive in the division and knocking on the door of the playoffs here. All right, next up is Ramondre Stevenson, and had a real down year last year, and the Patriots are still trying to make him kind of, I'm going to say the focal point of the offense. Obviously, quarterback, Drake May, they got Stephon Diggs, but they're still looking to run the ball and still be a little run heavy, and Ramondre Stevenson back on, running backs, they can always prove it. They'll prove it. Next up is Kyle Pitts, 1,000%. He's once again the poster child here. Every single year we're like, this is the final chance, last chance for Kyle Pitts. I think this year is the true last chance, but we'll see. Kyle Pitts, please prove something. You're an absolute specimen and you're shit. So do it. Get it done. Ooh, this one's a little curveball. Brandon Ayuk, wide receiver for the Niners, and I don't mind it too much. He's coming off the injury. A lot of people are saying that he didn't deserve that money. He's not A1 tier 1 receiver. Now, with no more Deebo Samuel now, you're going to have to kind of pick up the slack a little bit more offensively. So I don't mind that with Brandon Ayuk. Let's see what you can do coming off the injury. We got to get back into that in the good graces over here, Brandon. Ooh, wow. What the hell is this? Max Crosby? What? Most approved? What? The Raiders have been shit. You want to talk about not building around Kenny Pickett? Well, how about giving Max Crosby absolutely no help? No quarterback, no receiver. Now, finally, they have Geno Smith and a good head coach in Pete Carroll, so thankfully. But I'm not going to put Max Crosby on this list most approved. Get out of here. All right, next one is Quinnen Williams for the New York Jets. Wow. Many players on the Jets defense will want to prove that the 2024 season was just a fluke. Yes, if we're basing anything on the Jets from last season, I can't even take you seriously. They fired their head coach 4 or 5 weeks into the season. Nothing matters after that. So Quinnen Williams. We have Patrick Queen, linebacker for the Steelers, and okay. Queen started playing like one of the better linebackers in the league following the Ravens trade for Roquan Smith in 2022. He hasn't been able to crack the top 70 among linebackers in PFF overall grades in either of his first 2 NFL seasons, but placed 31st in 2022. So, since 2022, they're saying Patrick Queen has not been good. We'll see, and he better hope so because the Steelers, a lot of pressure on this team. The fans might burn this team down if the offense isn't producing, and if the defense isn't producing, they might take matters into their own hands over there in Pittsburgh. So we got Patrick Queen on the hot seat. Next one up is Jair Alexander, and okay, I know a lot of people are saying this. He's been injured. Hasn't really been able to play a full season the last few years. All right, if you're going to put the health on it, okay. But once again, Jair Alexander, he's cream of the crop. When he's healthy, he's playing out there on the field. He's top corner. Ooh, we got Antoine Winfield Jr. to close us up here. Safety for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because they're saying last year, 2024, was his worst season to date in all regards. He played a career low 601 snaps due to multiple injuries. And even when he was on the field, he did not play like his usual self. And they still were able to win the division because Baker Mayfield's offense was so goddamn good. So I'm not really worried about Antoine Winfield Jr. Honestly, Super Bowl champion, an absolute dog. Had a little bit of a down year. Okay, it happens. Alrighty. So those two articles, all right. I was expecting a little bit more from those two. A little disappointed, but all right. We move on. Alrighty, that is going to do it for us today, but we got to end it on the Ducks. We got to end it on the pond and giving away $500 today, folks. Yes, sir, you heard me right. We're going to end the show by giving away $500 live because our daily $100 bet in our Discord cashed last night, folks. Let me hear it. Bink, bink, bink. 3-leg parlay in the MLB. Giants, Tigers, Blue Jays all getting it done. $100 wins $668. And if you know, we give away at least half the winnings to somebody in the Discord. And today we're pretty much doing all the winnings. We're going $500. $500 to somebody in our Discord. Shout out to all of them as I load up the pond here. Now, if you want to get into the action for when we cash next, because once again, we're going to be betting $100 again today and again tomorrow and every day, baby. All it costs is $20 a month, and you get into $3,000 worth of sweat-free bets every single month. Plus, you get all the inside information from me, all the great, I tell y'all where the value is, folks. So you get more than just that for your $20 a month. It's probably the best value anywhere. Usually if you're, buying into a sports Discord or paying for picks, you have to pay for the picks and then use your own money to bet. Not over here. You give me $20 a month, I'm betting $100 every single day. So, little risk, all reward on your end there, folks. All right. So here we go. Let's load up the pond here, folks. So, shout out. And honestly, the odds got even better because I had somebody forsaken me. Somebody didn't renew their second month, so shame on you. So the odds are better now, folks. There's only 6 people in the pond. You have a 1 in 6 chance at $500. How crazy? How crazy for only $20? It's crazy. It's madness out here. So get into the Discord while you can. But shout out to Collect What You Love. Shout out to Moose Mania 1986. Shout out to Aeola's Ghost. Shout out to I'm Jessica. Shout out to Omar 5896. And shout out to WTH Frank the Tank. Truly appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all's support. Now let's get y'all some money. So here we go. 6 ducks into the pond. We do 1 full minute. 1 full minute there at the pond. We shuffle 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And here we go. The first duck to cross the finish line is going to be taking home $500. Best of luck to everybody. And we are off. Alrighty, no plain Janes in the pond, so we're all quacking fair out here. I'd love to see a clean, fair race. We got Moose Mania out to a nice little early start with the Professor Duck. We got Ghost with the Mermaid Duck, that big flipper. One splash of that tail, they can go from worst to first in the blink of an eye, so keep a watch fly. We got Frank the Tank with the Nurse Duck, paging Dr. Duck. Jessica rocking the Tua Duck, a little cold in the pond. Omar the Ninja Duck trying to move in silence like lasagna. And then we got Collect What You Love with the Bat Duck. July 8th. Josh Allen is still the talk of the town. The city's burning. The city needs a savior. I am the Bat Duck. But with 20 seconds to remain, it's Eddie Duck's race as they're heading to the back of the pack of the quack, the Boost and Juice, leaving the Bat Duck in the lead in the final 10. But we know it's Eddie Duck's race, so here we go. I got the Ninja Duck up top making a small time move. Overtaking. And finishing the Ninja Omar Bink. You got $500 heading your way, baby. Congratulations. Jessica in second, Moose in third, Ghost in fourth, Frank the Tank in fifth, and Collect What You Love coming in last. So, Omar, I'll get into contact with you and $500, baby. Bink. Alrighty, so folks, once again, we do this every day when we cash. Free money for y'all. Crazy. Alrighty. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us today. I appreciate everybody watching, tuning in, listening. We're back tomorrow for the show and hopefully, again, giving away money. Bing. So, join the Discord. Once again, WHOP.com/takesbyfans. It's $20 a month, and we bet $100 every single day. And when we win our daily bet, we give away at least half to somebody in the Discord at minimum. But you know me, folks, I usually do it all, but maybe I do half to the winner and then sprinkle $100 for second and third and all that. So at the end of the day, it's free money going out, baby, for only $20 a month. You really can't beat it, folks. People charge more than $20 for just a few days of picks. And then once again, you have to bet your own money on it. Not over here. We do it all for you. All right. So appreciate y'all. WAP.com/takesbyfans. WAP.com/takesbyfans. Alrighty, we're back tomorrow, folks. Get a good rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you on Wednesday, folks. Appreciate y'all listening, tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow.